Today, we are going to one of our favorite conventions,
Terrificon,
and it's not just me and Cassidy, it's the whole entire family. It's Matt's first convention ever. More on that later. So let's go inside and see what we find in Terrificon. Right out of the gate, Terrificon vendors had the largest selection of big books we have ever seen.
There were lots.
Some
number ones. Big books.
Almost every vendor had at least one or two of those big books. Yeah. Like big books.
Thousands of dollars.
We'll talk more about that later. Also, at the end of this video, we're going to be announcing the giveaway winners for the Fantastic Four giveaway, and we're doing a very different giveaway in this video, something we've never given away before. We'll explain it later. So first off, we both love Terrificon.
It's one of our favorite conventions.
Personally, for us, it's our favorite because our whole family goes. You saw in the opening, my wife was there, my older daughter was there, her fiance was there for the first time. We'll hear from Matt and Colleen later on what they bought and how Matt felt about his first comic convention ever. Yes, first comic convention. You even remember your first comic convention?
I do. It was New York Comic Con 2012.
1991 New York Comic Con.
I was dressed up as Princess Leia.
I was with your Uncle Nick and we met Kane. Right, 1991 and 1992. That's our first one. And now here we are a lot of years later. You've been going to conventions during almost your entire life.
Yep.
Wow. Sometimes we even stay overnight at Terrificon. We didn't stay overnight this time. Cassidy, why didn't we stay overnight this time?
Because we are leaving for Disney in a few days because I am going to work there for the next few months.
Cassidy's leaving for Disney, and we were in Tennessee the day before.
Yeah, a lot of driving because we're driving to Florida.
So we drove home from Tennessee, went from Tennessee to Mohegan Sun for Terrificon. From Terrificon, we are going in a day or two. We would have been there already when you see this, to Florida. So it's a very, very hectic 2 weeks in August for us.
Yes, very exciting too. I'll be working at one of the rides in Magic Kingdom, so super excited.
So let's talk about this year's show. It was the biggest crowd we have ever seen.
Definitely a lot fuller, harder to walk.
The line to get in.
Was very long.
It has never taken us. It took us about a half hour to get in. The line went down the hallways, outside into the parking lot. 30 minutes because you're only counting the time it took us
we did have to
wait
walk
online. We had to walk
the line
from where the opening was.
And then there were a lot of points where there was space, so you think that that's the end of the line, and then there were workers being like, nope, keep going, because obviously you can't, block doorways, but very long.
The only people that sucks for are people who are going into the convention. For vendors and for the people running it, it's a great problem to have that there's so many people trying to get in. And we got there at 10:30. The doors opened at 10. So we were a half hour into it and the line was still, it was humongous.
Outdoors and doors and to outside the parking lot. Usually if you go to Terrificon in the past few years, it has been the line would go a different way inside the building. So this time they changed it.
Actually, we're a little worried that we might not get tickets because I refused to pay for tickets beforehand because Ticketmaster charges a ridiculous amount of money. The tickets are $47 for Saturday, which isn't bad. It's reasonable for a convention that big, right? Ticketmaster has fees and stuff, and it totals $63. That's not...
Each?
Really? That's not justifiable to me. So from $47 to $63 is not... It's chipping away at my comic book budget, and I wasn't willing to do it, so
I was a little worried that we might not get but we did get tickets, obviously.
I think in the years to come, they will sell out on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because there's a lot of families there. This is not your typical, if you watch us all the time, we go to a lot of small conventions. A lot of small conventions, they are comic book diehards at those conventions. At a convention like Terrificon, not filled with comic book diehards, filled with families and people who have a passing fancy when it comes to comic books and
Fans
pop
of all
culture.
different things, anime, comics, movies, just general stuff.
The casino there doesn't hurt because
No, it doesn't.
people play in the casino. If we stay overnight, we go and play the casino after the convention's over. We stay in a hotel room, we play in the casino, we have dinner there. Mohegan Sun hosting
It's a very nice time.
You really can't get much better. New York Comic Con is great, but there's nowhere for your family to go.
There's also, in Mohegan Sun, there are so many different food places to go to.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. Yeah, there's different. So you're not just, because a lot of, convention centers only have the one fast food place.
Like my wife doesn't go into the convention.
That's very overpriced. So there's a lot of options for food.
Yeah.
It's a very nice indoor area.
Mohegan Sun is a great setup if you've never been there in Connecticut.
And I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a good convention. Just the arena that it's in is just so amazing.
Absolutely. And I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to be too big for that.
At some point, I think that will happen.
Because there was a lot more vendors there than there have been in years before.
They'll close down the casino. There will just be vendors all along the casino.
Yeah. So let's look at what makes Terrificon great. In one word, I would say the vendors. Seems like all of them brought their A game. Here's what we mean. Let's talk about wall books. There were big, and I mean big, wall books at Terrificon. And at most conventions, the wall book assortment is like low to mid $100 range. Maybe once in a while you'll get an occasional $1,500 book or something like that. That's what we know. We look at a lot of wall books, and you've seen in our previous videos, we record the wall books for you guys to see what's there. At Terrificon, they had those books, the $100 books, the $1,500 books, but they had this upper level books that were tens of thousands of dollars, even some low $100,000 books. We don't see those often.
New York Comic Con will always have the huge, giant books. And the vendors it's just on another level, San Diego.
But not all the vendors have big books in New York Comic Con.
But yeah, all the comic vendors, almost all the comic vendors had huge books. And some of the vendors had multiples of huge books.
Yeah. We saw
different conditions.
Not one, not two, but at least 4 Fantastic Four number ones.
Yes.
We also saw Amazing Fantasy 15. Those are big books.
Didn't we see Avengers number 1 as well?
One guy had 4 Avengers number 1s. One vendor had first appearance of Robin. There was a lot of Golden Age books that are just ridiculous in price. We saw a Showcase 4, first appearance of The Flash. Probably tops on my list. We'll talk about that later.
We were keeping an eye out for Fantastic Four. Is it
5?
5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. And
for a friend of ours, Carmen Costa,
and there were 3 of them, but what I think was really amazing is that one vendor who had, and we'll show the videos, had so many huge books, but he had some graded and some not graded, which, not that you were planning to buy, Fantastic Four for $1,000, but we are people who don't like to buy graded, and some people prefer to buy graded. Yep. But so it was really nice to see some of those high books not graded. Yeah.
All right. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the wall books. There's plenty of them. This is going to be a little bit longer than our normal wall book look because there were a lot of good wall books. And afterwards, we have a story to talk about. Something happened to us for the first time ever with a vendor and his wall books.
The booths at Comic-Con were loaded with high-quality books, all levels, even the highest, including a blip. Yes, the blip, that's the first appearance of Super Mario. Take a look at all the stuff that we saw. And there was both graded and non-graded stuff, and stuff from Silver Age, Golden Age, and Bronze Age. So it was a good mix of stuff. Basically, you could find the first appearance of every major character on the wall books here at Terrificon. It was fantastic to look at, and there was original art too, which is always cool. We also saw 4 Fantastic Four #1s, which is the first time ever. And we saw, I believe, a bunch of Amazing Fantasy 15 and also 4 Avengers #1. Anyone know why these American Psychos are worth that much?
So some amazing stuff there. Lots of early FF and some really big Golden Age books. We rarely see any of these. So
would you have gotten any of those? Would you have picked up one of the very expensive, very tempting books there?
yeah, comment what book that you saw on the walls at Terrificon would you have picked up. Also, if you'd like to help us buy Fantastic Four #1, you can do it in 3 different ways. You can become a member. Members get to pick shows and they get to be on the show and they get to share stuff on here. You can too. You could give a gift to us. That's a one-time thing. Give us a gift. Helps us promote the show. Helps us move forward with what we do. Just traveling and buying comic books costs a lot of money. Or 3, you can shop in our affiliate shop. That is probably the easiest way to give us something to push our channel forward. It's getting so expensive to run this channel.
Or you can buy us Fantastic Four #1 and send it
Just send it to us. The address is in the description down there. All right. So we said we had an experience we had never had before. We met a vendor, and as we go to all our shows, and if you've seen us, you've watched us for a while, we like to record the wall books, and that comes from you guys. You guys had asked us in the past to do more recording of the wall books because you like to see what's up on the walls, so that's why we do it. One vendor who happened to be a extremely grumpy vendor said, what did he say exactly?
He said that he didn't want any recordings of himself,
Okay.
which completely understand. We actually usually try not to get we try and just get the books. We try not to get the people in the video because we understand that people might not want their images out there. So then Dad was like, I understand, like,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I won't get you in the video. And then he was like, I actually don't like I don't want any video of my products taken. So, and he just had comic books. He was just very nasty about it. He also wasn't very nice to people like in his booth asking questions about if he had certain comics and things like that. So that's just something that you don't come across a lot at comic conventions. Usually vendors, because they're trying to sell their products, they're very nice and want to help you. He didn't. He was very rude.
So, to me,
so we did not buy from that vendor.
If you're watching this and you're that guy, you are a salesman, and part of your
he's
job.
not online. He's probably
not online. But if someone sees this and they know who we're talking about, send this to him. You're a salesman, and part of being a salesman is you have to make your customers comfortable. We stood there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and at that point, like 4 or 5 people walked away because he was just not nice to anyone. Why are you selling comic books at a convention if you're not nice? Sell them online. That's my recommendation to you. Don't come to any more conventions if you can't be nice to people there, because every other vendor in that place was nice to talk to. We had conversations with. We always do. We've never had this issue before.
Yeah, and like in like the last and it's been like 3 years. I mean, we've been going to conventions way longer. Yeah, this was the first time something like that has happened.
And I don't think there's any place for that. So I will never buy from that vendor.
You'll remember.
And you did not see his books in the video of the wall books. I won't promote his books in there, because what we normally do is we take a video of the company and then we take a video of the books. So if you see something you like, you can contact that company and say, I saw this in the video, do you still have it? And maybe you'll get it. I might go back and say I like that Showcase 4. It was only $14,000, but hey, you never know. Maybe someone will give us a one-time gift. Actually, Showcase 4 is the top of my list, not FF1. I talk about FF1 a lot on here. Showcase 4 is the top of my collection. I'm down to 3. I only need 3 Flash comics.
That's crazy.
From Showcase 4 up to whatever the most recent issue was, I need 3. And they're all 3 huge. Like, it's going to cost me a fortune. So it wasn't only wall books. We also looked at a bunch of other books. I looked at some foreign books. There's a vendor who I've seen before who has an awesome assortment of foreign books. We talked a little about foreign books and how he gets them and the market for them. It's really hard to determine the market for foreign books. I almost bought 2. They had some early Fantastic Four issues, and they weren't bad price. They were a reasonable price. He had just gotten them from somebody, and he was giving me a great deal on them. I want to complete the run before I start buying foreign books. It's just I can't dedicate a couple $100 to a foreign book when I could go buy the rest of the 1 to 100 that I need. So at some point I probably will get foreign books, but not at this point.
Not yet.
Right, because I did buy some big books and you'll see them in the
have
haul.
some good keys.
I bought some big books in there. they're all American books. I didn't buy any foreign books, but they're big books.
Something that I love about Terrificon too is it is a big convention. It's one of the bigger conventions, and with that big convention feel, it also has the the same atmosphere, I would say, as the smaller conventions.
I would agree.
Because
it's not like New York Comic Con.
It's not like New York Comic Con because the vendors are willing to give you deals. You can kind of negotiate. I mean, when we were buying from a seller, they threw in one of the comics for free.
Yep.
And even though it's only a few dollars, like, that always feels nice.
Yeah.
Whereas New York Comic Con, I feel like the vendors, because there are so many people coming in, they're not really willing to negotiate their prices because they think that, you know, if this one person doesn't buy it, there are thousands of people and someone else will buy it.
Like
so,
that.
yeah. So, New York Comic Con, I feel like
You're
the
right.
prices
That's
are
a good
mainly
point.
set. Whereas Terrificon, to me, every seller we were at seemed they wanted to get rid of their stuff, they wanted to sell, and they were very willing to negotiate prices, which was really nice.
Great point, Katz. I wouldn't even think of that. And we actually saw some of our favorite vendors. Welcome Back Comics was there, and so was Royal Collectibles, and we chatted with both of them. It was a lot of fun. One of the booths that really stood out to me and Cassidy, there was a big booth in the middle of.
I was going to mention that.
And it took up.
It was, I counted it, I think they and if you go to conventions, you know that vendors usually pay per table, the folding tables that they use. It seemed like this vendor had 45 tables. They had,
it was huge.
They had, just rows and rows of comics.
And I talked to another vendor, and they said that the guy comes from Canada, and he takes a flatbed truck with him to load all the books. I was amazed. I've never seen.
I want to know how much he spent on those tables.
Maybe they give him a deal, but it was
maybe.
huge.
So I want to know what the profit was there.
I too. I would. I
Not
would
that we're
love
not going to find out, but
yeah, I would love to know what it was. Besides comic book, there was also lots of toys there, including a lot of vintage toys, which you know we love to see.
Maybe I bought a toy.
Maybe. There was some Doctor Who toys. We did look at some Doctor Who figures, which we never see at conventions. It was cool to see them. They were some of the older ones. We had some of them, so we didn't buy any. Maybe. There was also a TARDIS there, which I love to see a TARDIS.
I think the TARDIS is there every year.
I know, and it's just I really enjoy seeing the TARDIS when we go there. We also saw some Toy Biz figures, and they had this Toy Biz Hulk era card that I really should have bought when I was a kid and Toy Biz first came out. The Marvel Superheroes Toy Biz line. I had 2 or 3 era card ones where the figure was upside down or it was the wrong figure, and for some reason to this day it still hits me when I see an era one, and I was very tempted to buy it, and I probably should have. So if you're watching this and you have that, reach out, collectorsconfessions@gmail.com. I might still want to buy it. Cassidy saw a ridiculous Star Wars piece that we had never seen before.
I never knew about it.
And we are going to look for now.
Well, I'm not planning to spend that much on it. So it was, what year of San Diego?
2012,
Okay, it was 2012. Oh, my first New York Comic Con.
There you go.
It was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. It's in this beautiful casing. So we have the picture here. It came with 6 figures and a figure that I had never heard of, but is apparently worth a lot of money and a pretty big deal.
A grail, as he said.
Yeah, because it also was a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, so there's not that many out there, is Jar Jar Binks in Carbonite. And I have never seen the figure.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay. I know people don't like him, and maybe that's it, but I don't.
Because I am a Jar Jar Binks defender. I don't know why so many people hate so heavily on him. I like his character. But yeah, at first when he was, because we wanted to see it, it looked really cool. They had it priced at $1,000, but they made it very clear that they were willing to negotiate and come down. I don't spend that much money at conventions
Yet.
But I wasn't gonna spend that much money on one item.
It looked awesome,
but it was
though.
beautiful. And when I was looking, they had the full thing, so it came with 6 figures. And when I was looking online, a lot of people try and sell just the one Jar Jar Binks character for very expensive. So it seemed like that price was a very good price for that item.
And he was willing to negotiate even on that price.
He was willing to negotiate with us. But
let us know if you have one. If you have one of those, you're a Star Wars collector and you have that, let us know and send us a picture. We'd love to see it.
I had never heard of it.
We never saw it before.
I actually, at first when he said, because he pulled out the beautiful figure for us, And when he first said it has the Jar Jar Binks in carbonite, I was like, did I hear right? Like, why?
And then he showed it. And it was,
why would that be
really
a figure?
cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
So.
Yeah, so that was the coolest Star Wars thing we saw for sure.
Definitely.
They also had a bunch of Funko Pops, but I would say its Funko Pops is dwindling. There is definitely not as many Funko Pops there as there have been in the past. And I think they're actually we're seeing more and more bigger pops, like more expensive ones, not just your average run of the mill, $10 ones. We're seeing more expensive ones.
I mean, it used to be when you went to these conventions, it was like pops.
Yeah, remember years at Wizard World? Wizard World was
pops
loaded
everywhere.
with pops, and now
So yeah, I would, because right now I feel like there's a balance of pops and every other.
there was a
toy.
lot more comic books there this year than there had.
It was actually because sometimes at these bigger conventions there's not a lot of comic book vendors, but there might not be a lot of dollar bins. And were there a lot of dollar bins?
A lot of good
which
price
is
stuff.
Very, very nice.
And there was a booth that you looked at in Artist Alley.
Yeah, so I love to buy art, and Terrificon is just the best convention all around for everyone. You can find anything there, comics. I love to look at art, toys, so it's just a really good blend. I always get tempted by, purses and the Loungefly bags. I was debating buying a Disney one, but
and you feel bad when you actually talk to one. All you gotta do is talk to Cassie and she'll buy something from you.
I know. I do. I feel like a lot of people will probably have this when they go to events like this, but I do have a little bit of a guilty conscience when I start talking to someone. I'm like, I need to buy something. But there is one artist who I have bought from for the past few years, have some of his art up in my room hanging up, and I love his work, so I did buy from him. So you'll see
we'll see in the hall. There was also a really cool Wonder Woman booth. This woman who was selling Wonder Woman stuff, but she had a lot of her own stuff on display that she wasn't selling. She was just showing off her collection, which I really appreciate as a Flash collector. And I have a huge Flash collection here. She was in the same vein, like she collects everything. Like I actually have a bar over my collection. I've never seen another one before. It's a DC superheroes bar. She had it, and I actually even spoke to her and said, I thought I was the only one crazy enough to keep this bar. But she had so many really cool little things.
I mean, I believe her sign said like it was kind of the Wonder Woman Museum, and she
good for her.
Like you could donate because I think it was for awareness for women.
All right, so we'll have a link in the description.
I think she donates to charity based on some of the money that she makes.
We'll have a link in the description for that. I really appreciate someone who's that dedicated to a single character.
It was a gorgeous setup. It was so nice to look at.
And she had some things for sale, not a lot, but really good, well done. I love when someone collects one thing. We also saw a bunch of cosplayers, so let's take a look at all the cosplay that we saw.
We saw the huge Galactus that I feel like went viral online. I think he was at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm assuming it's the same person. It's the same exact costume.
It's an insane costume.
I mean...
insane. Like, I don't understand how you walk around with that.
It's so impressive that that had to be the best
I would just
costume.
make it like, I would just have like little baby dress as Silver Surfer and hold it in the hand. That's just what I would add to it.
Right.
But cosplay, a lot of good cosplay there. The celebrity area was packed, as it always is at Terrificon, and they had a really good list of celebrities there. Haley Atwell was there, Billy Zane was there, John Wesley Shipp, The Flash,
Ke Huy Quan from Goonies, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think he had a continuous long line. I think a lot of people were there to get him.
Yep.
Doug Jones had also a pretty long line.
He did when he was there. Karen Allen from Indiana Jones was there. Lee Majors, Lindsay Wagner, Tyler Hoechlin Superman. There you go. There was Superman was there. Flash was there.
Yeah, there was quite a
Captain
few
Carter was there.
Superman cosplays.
Henry Thomas was there. He's the guy from E.T.
Also does Haunting of Hill House, all those shows.
Oh, yeah, he was great in that, in Haunting of Hill House. There was a lot of really good celebrities there, and the lines were long. I think there's...
We also saw a lot of Captain America costumes because of the celebrities that were there.
Because you could get both
Haley
Atwell and who I should have got, Carl Lumbly, who also does a voice for Justice League Unlimited. He did Martian Manhunter. He was in the last Captain America movie. I didn't get him. Michael Cutlass was there from Walking Dead. So many great celebrities. I think there's a group of people who just go there for the celebrities because that area is packed the whole entire time you're there.
Yeah, but also some of the line, like, compared to New York Comic Con, the lines were very reasonable to wait on, I would say.
We also met up with some friends when we were there. We ran into Chris. We actually spoke to some of our subscribers who noticed us as we were walking around and said hello. We always appreciate that. If you ever see us at a convention, stop us and say hello. We'll take a picture with you. We really enjoy that. I have a great time there. I also went over and spoke with some creators who have recently been on the show. Chris Giarusso and Jim Palmietto, two great guys. I got to meet them in person, which is always nice after you have someone on the show. I really enjoyed Terrificon. One of my favorite parts of Terrificon is the entrance to Terrificon. I really like the entrance. They have the giant Thanos.
Yeah, they have the Star Wars cosplayers.
They have all the big comic books, and they have like they had a 10-year anniversary thing. I like the whole way leading in. Terrificon's a nice build up as you're going along. It's really family oriented as compared to other conventions.
I think Terrificon, based on the conventions we've gone, obviously we've only really been on the East Coast, but I think it's the best location of a convention that we've been to.
Now let's hear from my oldest daughter Colleen and her fiance Matt. It was his first time ever at a convention. Let's see what they have to say.
Hi everyone, it's Colleen and this is Matt.
Hello.
So Matt, this is your first convention.
My first ever convention.
How was it?
It was great. A little overwhelming at the start because I'm not really a comic book guy, and they had a lot of comic books set up, but it was really interesting going around seeing just the whole atmosphere of a comic convention, how inviting everyone is too. And if you don't know anything about comics, someone actually was asking me, oh, well, what do you like in a comic and stuff? So there was a lot of conversation. And for my first comic convention, it was really nice. Had a great time.
And his next one is New York Comic Con, so that will not get any less overwhelming. All right, so now we're going to get to our haul. So Matt, why don't you start us off?
So first, I got a couple of these magazines.
Why don't you take it out so you could show?
Yes, I'll take it out. The Haunted Box. So this is when I was talking to the guy. He said, well, what kind of stuff are you into? I said, well, I like a little horror stuff. He was like, you like horror? You would love this. And I also got it signed by both.
Sorry.
Yeah,
show some of the pages. He called it a magazine, but it looks a bit like a short graphic novel.
It's about a magical box. This is what he said. It's a magical box that provides you anything you'll ever need in your whole life. So anything you'll ever need in the moment notice, you reach in the box and you get it. The only thing required to keep the box is that you kill someone. So I thought that was very interesting, seeing how it's an anthology. So I got the first volume here. And then I also have the second volume because, I saw it there and thought, hey, if I don't find it at Comic-Con, I'm going to regret it. So I got the second one. This is the Sea Witch, he said, which the art looks really cool. Got this signed as well. And also, in the same realm of horror, I got a graphic novel, Infernoct, which the guy said it was pretty much like an eldritch horror kind of vibe, which I like, and I think it'll be really interesting to read these.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So first off, I got some headbands. They're really cute. This is the mermaids from Peter Pan. And then I got 2 Animal Crossing ones. Animal Crossing is probably my favorite video game ever, so very rare to find anything Animal Crossing, so I felt like I had to get it. Next, I got, of course, for my girl Daisy, this is just a keychain. It's like a stained glass window type of vibe of Princess Daisy from the Super Mario franchise. Very rare to see anything with her on it, so I definitely had to have this. And then my last things are some coasters for our new house. So this is the orange bird for Disney. This is kind of like the mascot for Epcot. And then this one's a little more for Matt, but this is an Avatar one. It's got
so good.
Appa, Aang, and Momo on it. It focused for a second there. But yeah, just super cute.
They're really good. They're like
they're
nice.
ceramic.
They're ceramic,
good
really nice.
quality.
Has cork on the bottom. Really good quality. And of course, you had to get the beef jerkies. Of course. This is every time Colleen goes to a comic convention, Colleen and Cassidy, they always buy me beef jerky. And this is my first time going, so I had to go all out, buy all the beef jerky
this time.
Right. So I think.
All right, I think that's the end of our haul. We had a good time walking around Terrificon. It's definitely one of my favorite conventions, so it was great to be back. Great to have Matt with us for the first time.
Yes.
Definitely lots of fun. Any closing thoughts?
Well, I want to say to the audience, if there's any horror comic recommendations to help someone who's not really into comics find that route into some comic books, I think I like horror, so I think if there's any recommendations for a good comic series, I think I would love to hear that.
Let Matt know about any horror comic series he could maybe look into.
Yes. And then I'll talk about it on my new horror-themed podcast, The Brothers Gin, where me and my brother talk about all things horror movies. We talk about our first episode of the pilot premiering soon. We go over Sinners, which is a vampire horror movie. And I would love to read little segments from The Haunted Box on our podcast. And any recommendations that you guys come up with, I'll definitely feature those comics on our podcast.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Matt and Colleen. Check out Matt and his bro's new podcast, The Brothers Gin.
So, is there a haul? Of course there's a haul. We went to a comic book convention, and there's a haul.
Our favorite convention.
So let's get into the haul now. Actually, look at the, this was the flyer. There you go, the official program, which is cool. And then they had on the back all of the previous 10 years of what the program looked like. I have a bunch.
Do you know how many years we've been
I do not remember.
How did we find out about Terrificon?
I don't know. I really don't know.
We've been going
for quite a few years, and here's the ticket we had. We were lucky to get. We didn't have to pay the fees. Cassidy, are you ready for your haul?
Yeah, so I'm going to start with my comics because I got, some non-comic items as well. Did you only buy comics?
Nope. I bought something else too.
Wait, I don't even know if I know what you bought.
You do.
Okay, so first up, I have some Doctor Who comics.
She bought Doctor Who comics.
In the dollar bin. So each of them were $1, but it's a group of 4. So it's the New Adventures with the 11th Doctor, 12 through 15.
So it was $4. I disagree. I think it should have been $1 because it was in one bag, but that's just my opinion.
We got confused.
I don't think when you put him in one bag in a dollar bin, that means it's $1.
Anyway.
That's just me. That's my opinion.
First time I've ever seen this, and even though it's a free comic book day book, I just felt like I had to have it because I love the prequels comics. So this is Tales, A Jedi's Weapon.
Does that become a full series at some point?
I've never heard of that series. I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars tales, but this is Dark Horse. It came out in 2002.
Okay.
So this one was actually thrown in for, so it was marked at $3, but the guy actually threw it in for free because you bought something. I actually don't know what you bought from that vendor.
I bought something big from him.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the end. We're going to do giveaway winners from previous things that we mentioned earlier, and we're going to do a giveaway in this one. So
But yeah, so
Stick with the whole.
other than this book that was actually thrown in for free, all of my books are from the dollar bin. So then I got Star Wars,
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum number 1. I actually picked up this book because it was in the dollar bin, and it's a lot thicker than,
I wonder why.
your normal comic
is it a
book.
longer story?
I mean,
it looks more like a.
It looks
great
more like,
paperback.
so it was in the dollar bin. And the size of it was very big, so I guess I will be collecting that series now.
Oh, it was $8 too, so it's definitely like a double-sized issue. Art is great.
In the dollar bin, so
Oh, Jason
there you
Aaron's
go.
right. A bunch of it has 4 different stories
Oh, nice.
taken from other.
Oh, got it. Okay, and then I have Star Wars Ahsoka 6. This is a variant cover. Then I have Star Wars Crimson Reign 2. It's a variant cover.
I found those.
Star Wars Hidden Empire 2. A variant cover. I don't really care. I think there was like one time where I bought a comic that I already had because I loved the cover. But I typically just buy if it's in the dollar bin and I need it. I don't really care if it's a variant or not. And then I have Star Wars 20. This is actually a key. So this is the first cameo appearance of Elzar Mann.
Yes.
He's a Jedi Knight. I actually do know.
Okay. I don't know who
You say that like
I
you
say
don't,
that all
but
the
I
time when you
actually
say
do
names.
know that character because he's mentioned in some
You
of
say
the
a random
books
Star
that
Wars
I've
name, and I'm
read.
like, okay, great. Don't know who that is.
He's
What
a
else did you
character.
buy besides comics?
Okay, so what should I go to next? I'll do my stickers. So I actually got some stickers. I have a picture of the artist's booth. So first I actually got 3 stickers, but one of them I already mailed to one of my friends because I bought that for her.
Couldn't wait until this video was filmed.
Well, because she's leaving for school, so I really wanted to get it to her. So, D20 dice. It was 3 stickers for $5, so this one I just threw in to get the sale. I got a druid because I recently started playing D&D for the first time with my friends.
Yep, she plays D&D now.
So my character is a druid, so I thought I would get this and put it on my D&D notebook. And then I got a sticker that said Dungeon Master to send to my friend who is my DM. But so currently playing D&D. Actually, I just played yesterday. Okay, and then I've never bought an original book at a convention, but I decided to this time. There was an author. She had a bunch of romance novels, which I do like romance novels, which we don't talk about on this channel.
Doesn't really fit in this channel.
But
You could do shorts on it if you'd like.
But I like this one because it's titled Verona Comics, so, it takes place at an indie comic store, and I really like the concept, 2 teenagers falling in love at at an indie comic store. So, this is the author. This is her information.
Cool.
She has a bunch of other books, romance books.
Check her out.
If you want to buy from her, get a gift for someone else. Okay, and then we were talking about Jar Jar Binks.
We were.
Earlier. I did get a Jar Jar Binks figure.
Your first Black Series figure?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I've bought out of the box.
How much was
figures.
that figure?
Okay, so the big reason why I got this, he's not like my, favorite character, but I do like Jar Jar Binks, and I've never seen Black Series figures in the box for under $20.
Agreed.
Most people, they're always
It's always $19.99.
yeah, and this was $10, so
That's a good price.
Really couldn't pass it up.
That's a really good price.
Because I mean, the Black Series figures are, I think, the best figures. They just look so good. So yeah, I was very excited about that find. And then, oh wait, I was gonna save my favorite purchase for last.
She bought a lot of stuff.
And then, okay, I got this button-up shirt. It is a men's button-up, but I liked it a lot, and I thought that
It's from Roosevelt. I like that shirts too.
I thought I would wear it like kind of unbuttoned with a tank top under it, but
have a couple of those.
I really just loved the print. So it's Revenge of the Sith characters. You know, you'll see that both Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader are there.
Grievous there.
Yeah, so I really, really liked...
Padme.
I loved, you know, this design.
Cool.
Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie, so I really wanted to get this. And then, yeah, so this is the company that does it. You've ordered shirts from there.
I have like 4 or 5 shirts from Roosevelt.
Yeah, they do. They have some really cool,
They
fandom button-up shirts.
They just got a DC and Marvel license, so they're making DC and Marvel shirts too now.
Okay, saving my favorite purchase.
Our
for
last purchases.
And I mentioned this person earlier. It's an artist who I've bought from for the past few years. So his name is Kirk Manley. You can find his at BatmanKM. So there's his at. We'll put his information below. But I'm a huge fan of his art. If you didn't see the Superman movie yet, what are you doing? Go watch that, because the new Superman movie was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I love this art because I just love that all the characters are incorporated. There's so much there. I love, where is it? He incorporated the little squirrel. And
if you saw the movie, you know why the squirrel was somewhat important.
He incorporates, the kid holding the flag over here. That was like a big,
he incorporated the biggest
scenes.
So
I love this setup of art, and it's so impressive to me. It's so beautiful. The ones that I have right now in my room, I have a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 one. I think I have Avengers Endgame, and then Multiverse of Madness. And then this one I actually got as a gift for my father.
Oh, how sweet of you.
Because I really didn't think I could pass it up. He did have a deal, which if you go to conventions and you buy art, some art can be very expensive, which, obviously artists put a lot of work in. But he had, and this is a bigger size, so this is priced at $15, and you can get 2 for $25. 2 for $20. So I was planning on getting 2, but then I actually ended up getting his Comic-Con Terrificon exclusive, so it was a little more expensive, but he did give me a deal on it as well. But I got this.
So look, she got the 2 big movies.
Yes. He actually he had an art that was Superman and then Mr. Fantastic, and it was like Fantastic Weekend for their, But this.
So you got these 2?
Yeah, this was the con exclusive.
That's cool.
Because he had just a regular Fantastic Four one that was not the exclusive, but this is obviously set up in, inspired by the comic book cover. So.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I just.
Awesome.
I think his art is so good.
Very nice.
So yeah, if you want to check him out.
That's it? That's your haul?
That is my haul.
My turn. I bought a lot of stuff. Not a huge haul, but a lot of quality books. Hey, look, and I got a free pin. It was the 10-year anniversary. So
Why'd you get I didn't get a pin.
Because you don't pay attention. I bought some non-comic books first. I bought some patches. I believe these are from the 1990s. Welcome Back Comics had them. He gave me 3 for $20, which was pretty cool. So I bought 2. He threw 1 in for free. I bought the 2 Fantastic Four ones. I wish he had all the Fantastic Four ones because I really would like the Thing one. And I grabbed Gargoyle. I do not know what I'm going to do with these, but I'm going to figure out something. I might frame them. They will be somewhere.
You don't want them on like a
I don't think I want to sew it on anything.
Shirt.
And I also bought comics. Here is the haul. It's not huge, but
there's some good books in here.
So let's look at my haul, and then we'll talk about the giveaway winners and what giveaway we're doing today.
You actually went into the convention looking for some specific
I did,
books,
and I got
so.
some specific books I was looking for. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew, Oz Wonderland War, issue number 1, issue number 2, in issue number 3. These are in the dollar bin, so why not? Captain Carrot is an interesting character. The Losers Special, number 1. I bought this because I'm trying to get all the Crisis crossovers, and I'm down to only a few. I didn't have this one, so I was lucky to get it. Bought a couple of really low Justice League of America books. Another series I'm trying to complete. This is issue number 19. This is key number 1. This is the first appearance of the Dreamstone. Issue number 19. Wow, that's low.
The introduction of the Dreamstone.
There you go. And issue number 27, which is also a key. This is key number 2. This is the second appearance of Amazo. So I bought 2 really low Justice League. I'm getting there. I'll get there. And I bought a really big book. So I bought a Gold Key, a book I was looking for a while. And then I looked at it, and then I didn't buy it. And then I was like, I think I need to buy it before we leave.
And then we went hunting for it because
who had it.
We couldn't remember where we saw it. So.
The new Teen Titans number 2. It is the first appearance of Deathstroke the Terminator. It is the first appearance of Bravenger, who is Deathstroke's son. It is the first appearance of Wintergreen, who is his mentor. And it's the first cameo appearance of Trigon. We just see his eyes, so I'm not sure you can count that as an appearance. This is a Gold Key. If you've been watching our videos, you know a couple of weeks back I bought a whole bunch of new Teen Titans books at Newcomb Comics in the dollar bin. For 50 cents, right? And now I'm going to try to complete the run, and this is the big book in the run, so I figure, you know what? I got to grab it. That's my DC. My DC haul. Here goes some indies. E-Man number 4. It's just a series that I like from the late 80s.
Never heard of it.
5. Joe Stanton art. 6. 7. 9. Bought a couple of those. I like the series. Marvel Team Up number 132. Spider-Man and Mr. Fantastic. And I got a whole bunch of X Factors to fill out. These were in the dollar bins.
Yeah, you don't have that much X Factor left.
I do not. 113. 114.
I found most of these.
This series got really crappy towards the end. 115. 116. I hate when they put the number there. I always look for the number at the top for some reason. 117.
I just don't make sense when like all the other ones are like that, and then one comic is at the bottom.
118. 119. 145. So there you go. Nice run of X Factor. I'm almost done with X Factor. ROM 70. They had a ROM comic in the dollar bin.
You're almost done with ROM too.
Uh-huh.
How many series can you finish this year?
Shoot, it's getting close. I bought some early Captain Americas.
They look old.
Captain America 105. Captain America 106. Look at that Jack Kirby cover. Captain America 139. Captain America 148. It's Captain America and the Falcon now. Captain America 154. This is key number 4. The first full appearance of Jack Monroe as Bucky Barnes. He later becomes Nomad. I don't know how someone else could be Bucky Barnes. But
yeah, wait, I don't understand.
He takes on the role of Bucky, so he becomes Cap's sidekick, I guess, at this point.
But why would it be Jack Monroe as Bucky Barnes?
That's what it is. I don't make this stuff up. Cassidy found a run of Fantastic Force. This is issue number 1. This is key number 5. The first team appearance of the Fantastic Force, who is Psylord, Vibraxis, Huntara, and Delslor. Okay, know nothing about Fantastic Force, but
it's a subset of Fantastic Four.
I don't know. 2. I'm betting not. 3. Maybe just because there's 4 of them. 4. I know nothing about this series. 5. I think at $1 maybe I would pay for them. 6. 7. And 8. So look, they go from putting the number up there to putting the number down there.
I mean, do you know how many are in the series?
I do not. Maybe 12. More than it should be, probably. I bought Fantastic Four number 1, not that one, this one. This is key number 6. This is the first appearance of the Astronomica. This is the first appearance of Zorro Vukovic, who becomes victorious, the Herald of Doom. This is a Forbidden Planet variant, and we were looking this up. There are a ton of variant covers for this Fantastic Four. It's volume 6. I am going to try to find as many of these as I possibly can.
I thought you were going to say all of them, and I was like, okay. Because I think this one was listed as variant BY.
Yeah. And it goes A, B, C, D, and it goes A, B, A, and all through the A's, and then B. So there are a lot of variants for this.
Yes.
I'm going to see how many I can get in the next year. So next year's Terrificon. Let's see how many I have by then. This is one. Also bought Fantastic Four Reckoning War. You know how we end our hauls with Fantastic Four. Issue number 1. This is key number 7. This is the first team appearance of the Priscilicons, who is Rapture, Reject, Ruin, Wrath. I bought some really low Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four 34.
Under 50.
Key number 8. The first appearance of Greg Gideon, a wealthy businessman who hates the Fantastic Four and does everything he can to get rid of them. And it's the first appearance of Thomas Gideon, his son, who later becomes Glorian. Number 72. Key number 9. An iconic Jack Kirby cover. That's 2 under 100. And finally, the one I was looking for. 100. Key number 10. A milestone issue. It's the 100th issue of Fantastic Four. So I am down to needing not many, under 100. If you recently saw, I need number 1. You recently saw we did a video on the first 100 issues of Fantastic Four and how many of them are keys. It's a lot. I think it's the most out of any group of 100 books.
Yeah, it's a lot of first appearances.
I don't think there's any other books that can compete. They basically built most of the Marvel Universe in those first 100 issues of Fantastic Four. Check out the video. It was really good. As we said earlier, we're going to do our giveaways that we had. First one we're doing is our Fantastic Four issue. This is from the our same video about the Fantastic Four. This is the first appearance of Gorgon. So let's spin the wheel and see who the winner is. Congratulations. Just email us at collectorsconfessions@gmail.com and we will send you this book. And we're not done yet. We're going to do a giveaway. So as we said earlier in the video, we were in Tennessee prior to going to Terrificon. So we drove all the way home. Then it was way too long. While we were in Tennessee, we became extremely addicted to a game in an arcade.
Well, we love arcades.
We love arcades. And we love gambling. So they had an arcade game that was DC Comics. It was a DC Comics arcade
I've never seen it before.
Me neither. And it was a coin game, so you put a coin in and it drops a bunch of coins and you're trying to knock the coins in this thing. Everyone's seen that game before. This one had DC cards as well. So you could knock these down and these were worth points, and if you got all of them, you would get more. So we got a bunch of the cards, as you can see, a bunch of different, heroes and villains. So we ended up with a bunch of these cards. We played this game a lot. So anytime at night when we had nothing else to do, Cassidy, myself, and my friend Scott, we went and we just played this game. And we got tons of cards. So I am going to be giving away some of these cards. We're going to be picking 5 winners to send some of these cards to. These cards, you can only get them in those coin machines, and it took a long time to get them. So the coins pushed all the coins down and the cards get pushed out too. So we ended up not getting one card, which was Darkseid, which is strange, but that's how they keep you from getting them.
Come out.
So all you have to do to win this giveaway, we're going to send 1 or 2 cards to each person. We'll do 5 winners. You have to comment, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to like the video, and you are entered in the giveaway. We will send you some of these cards that you can really not buy anywhere. You have to get them. This is Series 4 and Series 3. So we'll send some of those out to you. So we're doing another giveaway. And I think that about wraps up our Terrificon. I know this one was a little longer than normal, but well
it's a big
worth
convention,
it.
So
big conventions have to be longer. And even though we didn't buy really a lot of books, we bought some big key books. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. Please comment, like, share. If you want to help us out, become a member, give us a one-time gift, or shop in our shop. All of our videos have links to different products. Buy from us and we get some money and it helps this channel go forward. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.
I love that you pause like you're not gonna edit it out.
I know, but it's easy to edit when it's paused, because then sometimes when you pause and you connect, it picks up that last word, and that's a pain in the ass. That's why I always pause.
So, what would you have gotten on the walls?
I'm not ready for that back yet.
Man.
What is that? So let me say what I want to say first, and then you say. And then I bought some really low, early fantasy. Stop yawning.
I don't know why. Wait, pause, because I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
It's bad for the video.
I don't.
Really bad for the video.
I can't help it. You know, when you yawn and you can't stop it. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's annoying though, because we're trying to do a video and you're yawning as people are watching.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Don't yawn. Go like this.
And that's what I did, but some of them I can't. That's what I try to do.
And
Wait, there's one coming. Maybe it kept coming because I kept pushing it back.
I have 3 more books to go. Don't fucking yawn anymore.
Okay, I won't. Try.
I bought some really low...